welcome to Rampage. Now, I'm not going to be heavily... The reason I botch is because one of the people who watches me, who... I thank you. I was asked to do a prediction. Or better yet, I was asked, will I do a prediction before Revolution? And I don't do predictions. As I've said at least a few times, I used to do predictions in WWE. I got burnt out because WWE turned me off. So I don't do them often or at all. But because I was asked, I thought I would add it into this Rampage. Because after what I saw here, it wasn't a bad show, but there was something off. And it was because of the timing. I don't know who edited the video. Look, before I even get into Rampage or the prediction, at least somewhat of a prediction, when you watch this show, when you watch Rampage, it was like someone who edited the show didn't take into account when the advertisement was supposed to come on. So there were parts where it looks like it was just completely cut off because someone did not set up the show properly. It was like the show was way longer than an hour. They didn't edit it down under an hour. And when the advertisements came on, either they didn't set the advertisements to be a little bit shorter, or they didn't edit the video that was already produced, because we know after Dynamite is done, Rampage is done, someone let this go a little further than they were supposed to, and the next thing you know, we got this out of sync, where a lot of stuff was just cut off. Something just seemed to be cut off. Matches were just started, or like what happened with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, we see them already in the ring. It just felt off. Now, and I think this is where it started. The TNT Championship, Andrade El Idolo versus Sammy Guevara. That thing went up to at least almost 28 minutes, I think. 25 to 28 minutes. It wasn't 15, it wasn't 20 minutes. It was beyond that. I take that back. I think it was almost 21 minutes. I think. You guys can tell me below what you think. I think it was either at the edge of 20 minutes or it was a little bit over 20 minutes. Because after that, everything was just shuffled. It was like cut off. So was the match good? Yes, it was. It was a good match. And you could see Matt Hardy look like he was kind of messing with Andrade. Because you wonder where his alliances lie in a Matt Hardy. I wasn't surprised Sammy won. Because they are setting up the match between... I'm just saying this. When it comes to Matt and it comes to Jeff, we're going to be very curious about what's going to happen. And that might happen after the Revolution. That's what I think. I'm moving on. Now, Warlow versus Colorado from the factory. They were already in the ring. We saw no intro for either one of them. No intro, no music, nothing. They were already in the damn ring. And this is where the show just seemed to be off. Was the match bad? No. Colorado is a damn strong wrestler. He lifted up, I don't care what anybody says, to hold one guy up, even if the other guy puts both his arms here. Doing it military press. You think it's easy, it ain't. But this guy was strong enough to do it one-handed. Yes, he was wobbly, but that shows that Colorado is a freaking strong man. Because if I remember correctly, how heavy is Warlow? About $250, like 250 pounds, or maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 250, 260. He easily is not a light guy, and he's moving around, and you got one guy holding him, even if he's doing his arms here or here, it makes no difference. That is a lot of weight to be putting on one arm. I'm just saying. Match was over. Colorado got bombed. How many power bombs? He got four power bombs. 4. And then Solo tried to get involved in it. And you see a Sean Spears nail him in the back with a chair, but also nailed a Warlow in the hand. And he's saying, look, I got to say this, because Warlow was angry. He had to grab a mic and he said, look, big man, I know you're mad, but I got to say this because I love you. I see you as a little brother. The powerbomb thing is not working. I keep telling you, stop. Just pin the guy. But you're not listening. It needs to stop Now, you got incredible ability. Me and MJF believe in you. He gives him a hug to try and deflect that the big guy was opposed to. Rick, well, not supposed to. He wanted to whoop his ass. That's what many people believe. That's what I think it's going to reach eventually. But they are still building up into the situation. Moving on. Nightmare Factory. No, not. I don't know why I said the Nightmare Factory. It's just because I think I kind of rather hear the Nightmare Factory than the Factory, because Cody's not there, the Brandy's not there. You still got Dustin there. I think they should just end that little bit, because it doesn't need to be the Factory anymore. It can be the Nightmare Factory because Dustin is still there. I'm just saying. Dustin's part of the Nightmare Oh, I can't. You can't, because they're not going to stand for it. I'm just saying. Anyway, you got QT Marshall coming out. And he's pissed at Hook for showing no respect to him. He wanted him to come out and face him. He's got the Factory members out there. Hook comes out and whoops everybody's ass. And he might have done a very strong throw on one person where, see it like this, when they set up the not just the ring, but also the platform, the ramp going to the ring, they got a lot of cables and stuff set up because of the pyro. So there's a little bit of a hump on the ramp itself. And one of those guys got basically judo throwed onto that hump right here. Oh, that hurt. I got like all of that. We had 65 degrees 2 days ago. The weather changed and all this, I felt like crap. I still feel like crap. But pretty much he got whacked when his head hit that hump. Hopefully he's all right. But you see a little more Hook. People love some Hook. People adore Hook. And I still believe Hook, when the time is right, by maybe the end of the year, he should go after the FCW title and gain the one thing that he deserves, his father's legacy. If you don't believe he don't deserve it, you got a big problem, because I know Taz wants him to have that damn... Taz's going to want him to have the FTW title. It will come. It should be this year, not next year or the year after. They should get it near the end of the year or in the middle of the year. I'm just saying. Next, you got the contract signing that looks so messed up because of the timing of the advertisement. Because when the advertisements were done, because I didn't see anything, when the advertisement was finished and they showed it, they already got Brick in the ring, they already got Hater, they got the Rebel, and they got Thunder Rosa in the ring as well. And Thunder's already signing. I have no idea if she said anything or not. So, whatever happened, either the show was way too long or someone did not set up the advertisement correctly to show at the right time. This is what you get. This is what you get. It looked terrible. Now, did Britt sound great? Yes, she did. She made it very clear. Thunder Rosa, you think you need... Well, pretty much she said Thunder Rosa needs the title to validate herself. That's what this came all down to. But Britt said, you can never be me. You will never be DMD. Everyone was cheering for her in I think it was Bridgeport, Connecticut. If I remember correctly, my ex-wife's sister lived there. Long story, will not say it. But I will say, when I was visiting one time, I got bit through the wrist. Right here, where my finger is, I got my wrist and entire hand swallowed by a damn pit bull who was half pit bull, half German Shepherd, that went senile. And it's a very bad memory. But I'm not kidding. I actually got my hand grabbed and swallowed by a pit bull / German Shepherd mix at Bridgeport, Connecticut, back in the 2000s. And as I, at that time, was so frustrated and in pain, having a hole in my wrist until I went back into Manhattan, you see a Thunder Rosa, angry, enraged, and attacks a Britt Baker. Hater gets involved. Rebel gets involved. Then you see a Mercedes Martinez get involved, and you wonder where they're going to go next. By either, now I know that's going to, see it guys, they're going to be adding more stuff to Revolution. So I don't know, is it going to be something there other than Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker? I know that the Mercedes Martinez has got to have a match with Hayter. It's going to happen. Will it happen before Revolution or after? Just saying. Now, Orange Cassidy versus A. Bowman. Let me give it to you like this. I was kind of surprised that Castor said when he did his rap, you're going to get it now because of the way he acted when they did the interview with a Mark Henry. I wish they would show him more. I really do wish they would show him more in interviews. Not just Marvez. I want to see more of Mark Henry. That's just me. But he says pretty much at one point in his rap about an Orange Cassidy, you have no black friends. And he goes, I'm going like, did they actually go there? You know, I got to say this before I finish this and then get to my idea of the prediction of what will happen in Revolution. If you're watching this, if you're not black, you could never get away with that. You would get screwed over so badly. As a black person, or in my case being mixed black, I could possibly get over. Could. Black is this. Oh, they can do whatever the hell they want when they say that kind of crap. But anyone else, no, they would say it's racist. And to be honest, it's so stupid. I'm just saying that it's stupid when black people do it. And it's worse when a white person does it and they say, hey, why can't I do the joke? And they say, you're not black. And they say, oh. And they just agree. That makes it worse. Now, the match was fine. It wasn't bad. In the end, Orange Cassidy won. And I'm not surprised. There's no way they're not going to let Orange Cassidy win because he's so over. Now, I want to say this about Bowman and Castor. And if anyone says those guys are not getting anything, guys, you see Bowman and Castor almost all the time, either near the end of a Dynamite. If it's not every show, it's every other show, and maybe every one or two shows you will see them. And they get the closing of the damn show. You don't need a damn title to get freaking over. And if you think that they're being treated bad as jobbers, they're closing the damn show. They get to say whatever they want in the damn rap. And they get a good payout. If you don't see that these guys are liked, not just in the back, but they're hated by everyone else, that means they're doing their job well. You're freaking stupid. I'm just saying. Now, all this, messing with my ears, make my ears itch. I got to do this quickly because my throat is itching, because my face is messing with me, and my ears are itching. I hate my allergies. With the weather changes, this happens. Now, my prediction, somewhat, well, let me crank this back. I don't do predictions, guys. I gave up doing that a while ago because I'd rather just be surprised like everybody else. Doesn't mean I don't have thoughts on what's going to happen. I don't say it during any of the... and breathe. It doesn't... I don't... The reason I'm botching here is because I don't want to sound like a hypocrite saying that when I do the episodes I do of either AEW or Impact or even if I did New Japan Pro Wrestling or NWA, I don't have an idea what could happen at the pay-per-view. I will say it. But to do an outright prediction for that show, for that promotion, I just don't do it. But I was asked, so I will give you my thoughts and what might happen on at least a few of these matches at Revolution. Not doing them all, because there's no way of knowing everything. So I'll just give you some ideas. Now, let me start with Eddie and Chris Jericho. Is this going to be a good match? I think it will be a good match, and I think Eddie will probably carry most of it. Because even though Chris got back in the gym, you could see he'd been working on the six pack because at one point his six pack was becoming just a belly. And he decided, you know what, I got to get back in the gym. And I want to be Chris Jericho, the rock and roller of pro wrestling. So he got his abs back into shape again. He had abs, but now you can really see they're very defined. Even if he does have a bit of a belly, those are ab belly. At least he can get it, I can't. You're going to see Eddie he has to win it. If Eddie does not win this match, it is going to be very bad for him. He's earned this. He is so over with the crowd. He was a good heel, but he's a damn good face, being who Eddie is. So, I don't know what's going to happen after that, but I do hope he will go for the TNT title. That's what I think he should go. I'm just saying. The tag title. When it comes to Jurassic Express, I'm just like, I don't really feel like they should have won it. Honestly. Particularly what happened when it came to Phoenix and his dislocated elbow. Thank goodness he didn't break it. But now we don't know, well, kind of we do. I'm sure the Bucks are going to win that Casino Battle Royal. But I'm not going to say anything because we still don't know. But it will be an interesting match with a triple threat. The question is going to be who will win. I'm just saying. And most importantly, where will Adam Cole lean to? I'm just saying. Let's go to the face of the Revolution ladder match. Right now we have Orange Cassidy, who's now joined. Keith Lee is already in. Powerhouse Hobbs is already in. And Ricky Starks is already in. And if anybody says at any time that Big Swole, again, I know this has been months afterward. If anybody agrees with Big Swole, you got Powerhouse Hobbs, who's black. Keith Lee, who's black. Starks, who is a man of color. I believe he's black as well, maybe mixed with some Spanish. What do you want? Yes, Warlow, I don't think he's Spanish or he's just probably white, just like a Orange Cassidy. And we still got two more people who's going to be added. Who knows what it's going to be? I have no idea who's going to win. But I will say this. I wouldn't be upset if Warlow won. And I would not be upset if Keith Lee won. And I know people want to say, oh, you're letting the WWE guy win. Shut up. Listen to my words. At this time, Keith Lee, who almost died, saying it again, he almost became freaking deceased because of COVID-19, and having an inflammation around his freaking heart for 6 freaking months, and then was not treated well by WWE. This is a man that I can honestly say could get this shot and should get it after everything he went through. And Booker T saying clearly that this guy does not know that it don't make a difference. If you're hurt, you should work. Well, guess what, Booker T? You're a stupid motherfucker for opening your mouth and saying that this guy, and you said it yourself in your own podcast, I didn't look into what his problem was, shows that you were stupid for opening your mouth when you should have looked first before you freaking leaped and made you look like a damn fool. I don't care if you like Keith Lee or not, or call him a damn WWE guy. The guy almost died from COVID-19 because of inflammation from the virus. Come on. Shut up. I'm being honest now. I'm angry that I'm sure I'm going to get someone down below saying Keith Lee does not deserve it. He's nothing but a damn mid-carder, or he is a WWE guy. Shut up. Shut up. I'm being honest here. Shut your damn mouth. For the simple reason, this is not about him being a mid-carder. This is not about him being a WWE guy. He almost died from COVID-19 complications because the virus caused inflammation around his freaking heart, and it took 6 months for it to go away. where he could have died at any time in the arms of Mia Yim, his now wife. So shut up. I'm just saying that. With respect, but I'm still saying shut your damn mouth up. You have no right to say he's a WWE guy or he's a mid-carder. In this situation, he's earned it for being alive and working his ass off to make himself functional. Shut your mouth. Now, we got Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. It's obvious who's got to win. But here's the problem. Once this person wins, and it's obvious it's got to be Rosa, because they've been leaving this for too long anyway, what would they do with Britt Baker? She doesn't need the title now. They say the title will make the person, or the person will make the title. When Britt Baker became champ, she was in the transition of not really needing the title to make herself. But now the title has been made by her, and passing on to Thunder Rosa will not hurt Britt. But the question's going to be, what will Britt do now? Because honestly, the only thing else she could do is take the damn title from Jade Cargill and make that title mean something. It's not the point she's doing a step down. It's the point that she's so over, it will not hurt her to take a lower title. That's what I think is going to need to be done. But if it's not done and she's just floating, it'll be a huge waste by AEW. I'm just saying. The match that's going to be the most interesting to me personally, Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. They have met each other over the years. They barely wrestled in WWE. The question's going to be, how are they going to book this? Because he's never beaten Bryan. They made it very clear. He's never beaten him when he was in the Indies or in WWE. They either didn't meet each other in WWE much at all, or in the Indies, he never could beat him because, of course, Bryan had earned his chops from the beginning around 2002 or 2001. I can't remember when he started working in the business. He's been in the business a long time. So, what was it, 2002 or 4? He's been in the business a long time. He even wrestled against William Regal in his very beginnings. And I saw the match. It was actually a good match for him being still very inexperienced, still learning. But the point is, will they book this in a way that makes Moxley look really good? And once it's over, how are they going to book these two becoming a team? Because if they make it in a way that still shows some dissension, that is going to make it an issue where people are not going to want it, at least not at first. They'd rather see them as a team working to dominate AEW, because both of them are very similar at this point. They're both over or hated. One's over, one's hated. They both don't need to job to anybody. They both act badass, and they both literally make pro wrestling mean something in the sense that one is a pure wrestler that does not need to cheat to win unless he's interested in it, just to show he could do it when he's interested, because normally he just kick your ass. Got another one that's total hardcore that doesn't need to cheat to win. He will destroy you by just being hardcore. Flat out, there you go. So the question is going to be, will Moxley win? And if he does, how do they book them being a team working together, either to get the tag belts, to get the TNT title, or the world title, or get people trained, in other words, join them, so they will go for it? I'm just saying. Finally, I'm going to talk about will be Adam Page versus Adam Cole for the World Championship. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I don't really know who would be the best person to do this. I don't know who should win, because of how both these guys are known by the Bucks and known generally by, what? Red Dragon. There's no way Adam Page doesn't know Red Dragon. He's got to know O'Reilly and Fish. There's no way. All of them know one another. So the question is going to be, where are they going to lie? Not about Adam Cole winning and not about Adam Page winning. It's going to be about the elite behind them. It's going to be about Red Dragon dealing with the Bucks and where Adam Cole is going to lean and where Adam Page is going to lean. Because a good possibility after this happens, Adam Page will work with the Bucks. And Adam Cole is going to easily go to Red Dragon. There's a good possibility of that. And then whenever Kenny Omega comes back, he is also going to have to make a decision where he's going to lean. Is he going to lean with Adam Cole? Is he going to lean with the Bucks and Adam Page? Where are they going? I don't know. That is what I think will happen when this match happens and afterward, because everyone who does predictions will talk about just the show they're about to review and how it's going to be there. I'm questioning not just about what happens when the pay-per-view happens, what happens afterward. Afterward. I can't say anything about the tag teams because we still got one more team to go. The ladder match, I can't fully say it, but I can say if Keith Lee wins, well, shut up about Keith Lee. Shut up. Keith Lee, I wouldn't have a problem. Warlow, I wouldn't have a problem. But you still got two more people to go, and we don't know who they're going to be. Are they going to be from outside? Are they going to be homegrown? Are they going to be the ones who've already come in that many people are not happy about? I can't tell you. But this is what I think it's going to be. And do I believe it's going to be a good pay-per-view? Counting on anything else they add, it'll probably be a good one. If there's nothing wrong with the lighting, nothing wrong with the audio, nothing wrong with the camera, or the stream itself, they'll have a really good pay-per-view. Because the card looks pretty good so far, but we don't know about any type of extra matches or who's going to be joining in the tag, as well as for the ladder match. We just don't know yet. But we already do consider it, but we don't know. Now, I hope you enjoyed this Rampage. Please give me a comment below. I've been exercising my day. Oh, my face hurts. Oh, I hate having allergies. I hate when the weather changes. But I still love pro wrestling, and I do this, guys, for you. I do love you guys. Even the ones who don't agree with me, you know who you are. I may mess with you a little bit, but I am always honest to you. I tell you the truth by my perspective. You still always have the right to say something, even the ones who don't agree with Keith Lee. But I do hope you will listen instead of just doing this and not give me a reason why. Because if you keep using WWE, guys, I'll just tell you, you're bored. You just want someone to agree with you. Peace.